Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about my family pet. So it's a white cat, deaf, and which is quite common in white cats. And yeah, we got him from Battersea Dogs and Cats Home, and he is living with us, and he is happy and enjoying the sleeps, enjoying going out in the garden. You might have seen in another video a day in the life as a cat, and yeah, that's basically our cat and what he does generally throughout his days. So this video is mainly focusing on the procedure and how we got the cat. So we explained already to our father, who was leaving, that we were going to go and have a look at the Battersea Dogs and Cats Home, and just to see what type of cats there were, because we love cats, but we were just generally curious to know like what they show and the procedures and things, and we didn't really think of getting a cat. We just kind of wanted to see cats because like we are obsessed. And so we went and we were like, okay, let's look at the cats, and then we leave. We come home, we're probably going to feel happy for seeing the cats and the kittens, because you know it's one of the most precious things to view. And we got a cat in the end. I know. Our father was in Germany with relatives, so we called him and he said, "You're getting a cat." I thought so. So this lovely lady, I think her name was called Jo something, American, I think she was American. She basically viewed our house and gave us all the different procedures and things we need to know about this cat, because when we viewed the cat, it had a sort of piece of paper with a picture and the certain things we need to know about him. So his name, I think background, and of course that he was deaf, so we had to give him extra care, which I didn't mind at all. When we first walked in, there was like a crowd of people in one area, and we went to see what it was. She was a beautiful cat. Her name was called Arabella, already taken, but she was a showstopper, and she was showing off, you know, lying on her stomach and her back, and you know, being cute and everything. That's probably why everyone loved her. But for me, the first thing that caught my eye was, obviously she was the first thing because she was, you know, the first cat to be shown. But the thing that really caught my eye the most was this white cat staring out of the window. And it was our cat. And I thought, bless him, he definitely needs a home. He seems very lonely. He seems like he needs somewhere, comfort, friends, a family. I was like, Mum, we have to get this cat. I don't care what our father says. I mean, obviously he had to say yes, otherwise we've not been able to get the cat, because there has to be an acceptance from all of the family. So luckily he said yes in the end, which is good, because now it's his favourite cat, and well, the only cat we have, because we're not allowed other cats because of his condition, because he's deaf, and the fact that he doesn't like other cats. But Dad loves them to bits. Every time he comes home, he's like, Mr. Katze, come here. And the cat will just come straight for him and give him cuddles and purr, like they're meant for each other. And of course, his original name was called Chico, and the backstory was his owner was very old and passed away, and he was abandoned for a while until they found him. And because he's deaf, we give him two names. We had plenty of names, from Chai to Prince, but the names that we give him is Micio, which is cat in Italian, and Katze, or Mr. Katze, which is cat in German. I know, very unoriginal, but to be fair, if I had my own cat and I was away from family, I would buy myself a cat, whether it's Ginger or not, and I would name it Cat from Breakfast at Tiffany, because it's one of my favourite films. I would definitely recommend, when adopting a cat, a dog, to go to the Battersea Dogs and Cats Home, because they're reliable people, The story behind it, my sister told me, it was basically this Victorian lady who had been looking after stray cats and dogs out on the streets, and then she made it a big business. And I think afterwards I'm not sure if she like moved to a bigger building for it, but or they dedicated a sort of like a shelter for dogs and cats for her in memory of what she did. But things we have to do and things we can't do. So the things we can't do is like touch him from behind or like be behind him because he'll freak out. It's happened multiple times before. For example, I have to go across to a different room and he's in the way. I can't do anything but have to walk, and sometimes I'll just like look up and start meowing, or like he'll jump a bit, but like it's not my fault. I have to pass through, and if he can't see me, he can't see me. And the other thing is we have this collar that we put on him that sends like a little electric waves whenever he is going towards the gate. It doesn't shock him or it's not dangerous. It's just a small thing that lets him know that he's not allowed to go past a certain area. He doesn't go to the gate anymore. And yeah. Also, the one thing he loves is one of my blankets I got from Primark. It was, wait, let me show you. It was kind of like this sort of material and colour. It was like creamy-ish, and because it has the same colour as his fur, sometimes it's difficult to find them, and sometimes I'm like, I wonder where the cat could be. I don't think he's on the blanket. So things you need to know about our cat. He loves to put himself underneath the duvet covers to keep him, I don't know, warm, or to sleep in there. Or sometimes he's on the blanket, sometimes he's literally on the sofa. Like, he places himself in different areas, and it's known that cats have a cycle where they change sleeping areas. Also, he meows a lot, and it's random, like even like at midnight or something he'll start meowing, and it's only just because he can't hear himself. Sometimes he does it for attention because he wants food, because he wants cuddles, because he wants milk or something, but usually it's just random. And of course, one of his favourite spots to be in is my windowsill, where he can watch all the cars and people pass by.